First, I want to talk about email because I love this as a medium. It is so unique in terms of channels that you can work. It's a one to many broadcast medium that can feel one to one. So, this is something that's unlike social media, other platforms where you have an audience and everyone engages. But it comes to you in a feed. With newsletters, you go directly to people's inboxes. So it's an owned channel. Plus, your audience goes with you. So if you want to migrate platforms, the reader's experience doesn't change as much. So as you build and grow your list, you might want a platform that has more features and you can easily shift back with your audience not feeling the pain. You don't have to start from scratch again. And another thing I love is that it has private metrics. Substack doesn't as much, but this is something great about the medium because here you can experiment. Like, there are no comments to track for the most part. And you can truly experiment with what you want to say and see how it's performing. And it's somewhere your work can stand on its own. You can share however you like. You can get started today and grow and keep growing. And something also I like to call newsletters is that they're perennial. It's not just something that you send once, especially if you have an archive that's public or behind a paywall, that's somewhere that lives. This will grow with you. Unlike other platforms where the writing might get lost, here, this will just continue to build and grow. In case you are getting started with tools or you want to switch tools, here's something that I would recommend is comparing tools by function. So welcome flows, for example, Substack doesn't have it. It gives you a welcome email to send out. That's just a single email, but nothing more than that. Segmentation also, a lot of them will offer limited segmentation on the free tiers. Some offer more paid options. How much cut are they taking of your sales? Because Substack has a very easy monetization, but they take a large chunk of your payments. There are other platforms that take less or none at all, depending on what you're selling. Exportability, this is something that you would find in a lot of the tools. I'll come back to this a bit later. Discovery features, I know a lot of people pick Substack, especially for this, but there are others like and Beehive that have discovery features within them. Brand control, this also depends on the tool that you pick and if it's free or paid, because a lot of free tiers, they'll have the logo of the company, like MailChimp or MailerLite, you'll see sent by MailChimp. So if that bothers you and if you want that not to be there, you can skip it and go to the paid tier or explore some of the other options. Technical complexity, again, just explore a little. A lot of these are free to sign up, so you can sign up, see if it's easy for you to navigate, and then make the switch. Cost structure for email platforms, a lot of these depend on the list size. So, depending on the list that you have, this price will vary. So, if you already have a list, enter that number into the pricing pages and it will tell you exactly how much it will cost. And exportability. So, for this, I want to talk about Substack because Substack is one of the odd ducks of the newsletter community because it's half social media and half newsletter. So, the deeper you get into Substack, the harder it is to switch because you won't have features like notes, you won't have going live, a lot of those platform specific functions. If you're just sending a newsletter, it's easy to switch platforms. But if you're using any of the platform specific features, you might have to take a call on whether you want to switch. But ideally, your strategy is what matters more than the tool you use. And with Substack being the exception, you can switch tools anytime. You can see what's working for you. If some of them are cheaper than the others, you can make a switch and the audience remains the same. So focus on your strategy first. Don't worry too much about the tools. once you get the hang of what you actually want from your audience, for example, you get started with segmentation and then you find the platform you're using is limited. Then you can go and explore tools that offer better segmentation. So the platforms are there to support your strategy, but you shouldn't build your entire strategy around platforms. Because, like I said, you can switch and